Mingyang Sun, and the product we decided to go with was the Nivea sunscreen product. And first we will go to the industry analysis. So the sunscreen and other skincare products manufacturing industry revenue is forecasted to grow at an annualizing 1% over the next 5 years through 2020 to 2025. This revenue will be approximately $650 million. In this time, we will also see a 2% increase in the annual wages growth, a 0.6% increase in employment within this industry, and a 0.5% increase in businesses in this industry. Currently, the industry is in its growth phase of its life cycle. Reasonings for this is the high import penetration, which reflects the global nature of the industry, the nature's contribution to the overall economy, which is growing rapidly, the industry players who are seeking growth opportunities in niche and export markets. The industry contribution to the economy is expected to grow at an annualizing 5.5% over the next 10 years, which is considerably faster than the forecasted real GDP growth of 2% over the same period, which suggests the industry is outperforming the wider economy. Imports have grown at an annualizing 9.3% over the past 5 years and have continued to gain market share. As the interest of wealthy Asian consumers in health and hygiene products that are green and clean increase, imports are forecasted to generate over 77.7% of the industry earnings. Competitor analysis. So the biggest competitor within our industry at the moment is Banana Boat. It targets families mainly, and it has a large range of children products, and they also don't really offer anything else but sunscreen products. This is their Instagram and their website, which reflect pretty strongly their target market. Another direct competitor within the industry is Cancer Council. This is the leading cancer charity in Australia. Their strategy for advertising is promoting sun care safety. Slip, slop, slap, seek and slide is their kind of motto for their brand and their advertising helper. It's also the second largest player within the industry. And it's obviously, this is strongly reflected within their Instagram and their website, where you can see all different information for sun care safety. So an indirect competitor is Bondi Sands. Now, Bondi Sands is heavily promoted on Instagram. They attract influencers, and it's predominantly a self-tanning brand. However, they do have products for sun care. It attracts a different target market, age 16 to 30. And they also have a huge Instagram following of 1.1 million followers. An indirect competitor is Ultravioletti. Ultravioletti is actually new to this industry. It's a high-end product. It distributes at high-end makeup stores such as Sephora, and it's quite expensive compared to all the other brands, ranging from $27 to $47. It's targeted to the beauty consumer for everyday use within their beauty routine, and this is how they differentiate from all the other competitors. Consumer analysis, your typical Nivea consumer persona. So this is just an example. So a female, age 20 to 35, 2 kids, stay-at-home mum per se, and living in Queensland or a sunny state. Hobbies include spending time with family, going on holidays, camping, and going out with friends. This is just an example of what you might see when you think of the Nivea consumer.
Okay, we talked about the target market and a little bit about the product, as well as distribution. So the demographics are females aged 28 to 47. The reason why we picked this as target market is because it's often females that buys groceries and goes to the supermarket. And at the research found in Press Republic found that women interest preferences was pregnancy and parenthood topping as number 1, and the second one being health. Therefore, a lot of mothers and women in general find motherhood and health quite important. For Stanley Plug's psychographics, it's about interests, politics, what they find important. An example, and with this we find the consumer's attitude. So an attitude is quite important because it tells a lot about the target market. For example, the environment. It was found that a lot of consumers would rather pay a higher price for a product if it was sustainable and the company ethical. Then we have geographics, skin types. Geographics is quite important because with sunscreens, it depends on where you are, what kind of factor you want. For example, it was found that whites and people with melanoma heritage easily got sunburned compared to other skin types. Whites have a percentage of 44.3, while melanomas has 43.9% of getting easily sunburned. Therefore, they will need a higher sun factors than other skin types. And as we are looking at Australia, they will need quite a high factor in general because of the high sun. So for behavior variables, we have convenient family life. For convenient family life, it is family that is the most important. They want to drive a good car, they want to live in a good neighborhood, have a nice house, and have children, and that the children are safe and protected. They're also influenced by social commerce websites. This would say like reviews online, friends and family, like influencers, and so on. It's also found that the bigger following somebody has, the more influence they has. This is also the reason why a lot of companies makes influencers or people that have a high following on social media to promote their product. For price, because we have a convenient family life, they have a lot of economic worries, meaning that they have house debt, they have mortgage, they have different debts, and therefore you can't set a too high price range because then they will rather buy a cheaper product from another organization, another company. So for product name, Nivea is well known, and if they change the name, they can lose consumers because people might not notice that they have changed the name. However, they can also get a new brand image and association. So it all comes down to risk management. For view, we have visibility, information, emotional appeal, and workability. For visibility, Nivea has a blue color and therefore stands out on the shelf when you are in the store to buy. Information, it has a clean front where all the information is on the back. For emotional appeal, it has brand design and aesthetic value is quite important for consumers. And colors. And for the colors, it said that light yellow, light green, and blue is common colors for the consumers. Colors are also important because depending on culture, what the colors means would be different. For example, in a lot of Western countries, red will be associated with warning, while for example in China, red is a lucky color. For workability, we have different forms. This would be a rolls, tube, and spray. And then we have distribution. It can be both in supermarket, convenience stores, and pharmacies. Pharmacies is quite a good distribution because a lot of people think that if you buy something from a pharmacy, it will be a good quality and that is a healthy product. However, you cannot buy Nivea on their own webpage, something they should consider doing as it's quite inconvenient.
So communication objectives: increase product sales by 5% over the next 5 years by targeting Okotoku consumers. And then the central campaign theme is Okotoku, which is a Japanese person who typically consuming interest in anime and manga.
It's my turn now to introduce the median selection point, adjusting the choice to propaganda median. I will use print median and outdoor median for propagandas. Adjust the point median. I chose to find some fair skins, beauties, and handsome celebrate to take some photo and then post in the collect of fashion magazines such as Vogue's, because the people who read this fashion magazine are those who love beauty of those who want to be beautiful, which is in line with the target market. I chose print medium because it can be bring reasons in parts and enjoyable to customer. Colorful color will attract the customer. Among the product with similar price and performance, customer will choose product that looks more beautiful in appearance. Reject the outdoor medium probability. The company can put its own probability poster on the platform of some state parking lots and bus waiting station because for people going out, they are very popular in summer when waiting for the bus. At this time, even if we target group is not the target group, there will be a need for sunscreen. If people who don't know much about sunscreen see the poster behind it, they will have an impression of Nivea and will have a desire to buy it. This mid-apprint can transform hypothetical customer into real customer. For example, Queensland, with little rainfall throughout the year and sunny, or New South Wales, with which the largest population, is a good choice. For the online medium, I suggest using practical activity on amazing international platform and pushing a small promotional video about Nivea on social platforms such as YouTube, because using Amazon can expand the international market. Many people choose to shop online because of the development and e-commerce, which is convenient and time-saving. This kind of medium promotional is the faster and the wasting coverage, and it can tap many potential customers at home and abroad. This way of communication and the target market has a high degree of mass. As for the promotion activity, I will launch two activities, online and offline, for promotional activity. In the offline, I will conduct a Canton Lucky Draw on turntable games draw activity in various large markets in Australia, such as Woolworths, Coles, Big W, and other shopping malls. These forms can be not only increase product sales, but also increase interest and can attract other people to participate in the game. If you get Nivea product, you can experience it for free and become practical customer. On the online, you can prepare and issue e-copies with different degree of discount for new and old member of Nivea, or launch a second high price event to promote customers' purchasing power. Let's start with part 5.
Nivea has embarked on an entirely new business venture as a result of market research. It has made every effort to create an online forum for articles aimed at articles who want to be handsome but lack of how can I turn to next page? Articles who want to be handsome but lack of social communication skills, and has widely separated among college students. At the same time, it encourages well-known image designers with high media visibility to serve as image device to customers, including skincare and image design expertise, so that more shy male consumers can quickly learn that the skills online, which is more appealing to men who spend a lot of time online every day and can upload pictures and short videos to display the environment, improvement their product, present your most attractive self during the process. To capture women's desires is to seize the economic This is a well-known slogan in the cosmetic industry as the male skin care product market grows at a rate of 20% to 30% each year. It provides us with a vast market and seems incredible one after the other. And it also shows that grabbing man's taste can also be gripping. From capital to brand, from brand to marketing, it must eventually be applied in business and sales competition because of the cost in, in effectiveness of brand communication, the size and efficiency of distribution channels heavily influence the paradigm of brand marketing and the outcomes of competition. Finally, it can be accomplished across distribution network. In other words, we can only correct formulate plans and capture the highest point of grace if we can reliably forecast the future. However, regardless of the platform, the most fundamental way out of market competition is to create the core competitiveness of brand. And we can see the campaign schedule. This form shows us preliminary preparation, collect some information, and analyze the target market and design a questionnaire. And the analyze the influence and development and analyze the environment of enterprise market. These forms show us the target market, analyze and advertise target strategies, and advertising budgets, and how to write a final report. And Nivea Group use a double wing marketing strategies known as brand and media. Consumer self-awareness is changing the current age of brand dominate consumer behavior. Only reasonable guide and meet consumer attitudes and experience in order to maximize the impact of brand marketing. Consumer will not only fully experience of brand proposition when participating and but also have the opportunity to influence the brand's future growth. This provides a more powerful entertainment concept for the event and provide enough space for customer to creative. And we have a full contingency plans. One, in the event of major quality flares, we must terminate the cost as soon as possible, justify it to customer and apologize. Two, customer concern should be open-minded in order to consider customers' feedback and make timely changes in order to achieve great growth. The third one is if the supply of product is inadequate or incorrect, the explanation should be clarified quickly and the issue should be resolved as soon as possible in order to maintain a positive picture. And finally, in the event of the fraudulent product, quickly substitute and apologize to customer and improve inspection to prevent such incidents from occurring again. And that's all.